What's going on, guys? It's Hi with upperleftusa.com, and today I want to show you how to clean the sensor on your camera. Alright, so for this tutorial, as you can see, I'll be doing the sensor clean on my A7RIII, which is in deep need of a sensor cleaning, as I'll try to show you here. See all those little speckles? That's from ocean spray, which somehow managed to get on the sensor. So I'm going to try to clean that. So the two products that we'll be using today are the Aeroclipse and Sensor Swab from Photosol. If you look up this company, you'll notice that they'll offer two different types of solutions, the Eclipse and the Aeroclipse. I'll highly suggest you use the Aeroclipse just because it's the non-flammable version and it's a lot safer for your sensor. I'm not sure if they recalled the Eclipse, but the company itself have put out a notice saying that the Eclipse is more prone to damaging your sensor. So just play it on the safe side, buy the Aeroclipse. I'd also like to mention that there are three different types of sensor swabs. As you can see, I'm using Type 3 24mm, and that works for full frame sensors. Type 2 is for APS-C sensors, and Type 1 is for APS-H sensors. Just pick the one that fits your camera, and the links to all of these products will be in the description below if you're interested in buying it, or if you're interested in doing this this cleaning yourself. It'll save you a lot more money than sending it off to a dealer or somebody who's authorized to do this, because let's face it, this process isn't that hard. If you're interested in looking at the directions, here it is. Just freeze frame this this clip right here and just read it over. It's not too hard. All you really do is, I'll show you what is in here in a little bit. Essentially, all you're doing is taking the solution, put it on the swab, swipe one way, swipe the other way, and you're done. Here's a look at the sensor swab itself. Like I was saying, you just put a couple dabs of this solution onto the tip of that. You don't want to open this up until you're actually ready to go, just because they're sealed off pretty much so that there's no dust or anything that can get on it. And that being said, you should definitely not do this in a very dusty environment, as opposed, just because obviously counterintuitive, the dust will get into your sensor because it's being exposed for so long. So when you're ready to go, open this up, put a couple drops of the solution on. Like I said, before we actually get started, you want to go one way with one side, flip it around one way with the other side. This is one and done. You get one pass each side with this. So before we actually get started with the sensor cleaning using the sensor swab and the solution, I like to just give you some alternatives. In my opinion, wet cleaning should probably be your last-ditch solution. It's your last attempt at getting your sensor clean. First thing you should do, if you have one of these, obviously, just try to pump some air into the sensor, just to get all that loose dirt and dust off of your sensor. This really will not work for everything. It'll work for very few things, as a matter of fact. So that'll be your first thing that you should do. Second, if you didn't know, most cameras do have a sensor cleaning mode. On the A7R II and probably most other A7 II series bodies, it's in the last menu, subsection 3, and it's called cleaning mode. And once you activate it, it'll kind of just like take the sensor and shake it around a little bit, hopefully to get the dirt loose. Now I've already tried that and it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work with what I'm trying to clean. So I'm gonna have to just do the wet cleaning solution. I've already tried every other route, let's say that. So like I said, wet cleaning is really my only solution. But to do this wet cleaning process, you actually have to go into cleaning mode anyways. So I like to point this out before you actually do cleaning mode. Obviously, like, try to just put it upside down. If there is loose dust that's going to get off, once the sensor starts shaking, hopefully just shake out. You don't want to just like leave it upside down and have it shake onto the sensor, doing nothing essentially. So let's just do cleaning mode. Did you hear that? The sensor is actually shaking around for a bit. So I'm going to do that one more time with the sensor up. Hopefully we can see it happen. Hopefully you can see that vibration, but if not, it's okay. It's pretty much all that I did. So Auto cleaning is finished. Turn off the power. You can also clean this image sensor manually if necessary. Follow the procedure in the instruction. So once you enter cleaning mode and it's done cleaning, you can either turn it off or you can clean the sensor manually, just because right now is essentially what it's done is lock the sensor off. It won't move around anymore. The sensor is pretty much on without actually like being on. So this is when we actually want to clean our sensor on the A7 II bodies. Just note that. We have our sensor swab and we have our Aeroclipse. Remind you one more time, just a few dots. Let it sit for a little bit. Go one way. Flip it around on the dry side. Go one more time the other way. Alright. So no going back now. Sensor stick is out. Let's get this open. Just a few dabs. So I did that just so you guys can see, but you probably shouldn't do it over your sensor. There was like a little speck that actually dropped right here. So luckily, nothing went in the sensor. Let's do this. Alright, so like I said, this is one and done. So, as you can see, it is something to note that this does not work 100% of the time. It won't get everything off immediately. For you, I mean, like, it might work perfectly for you, but for me, obviously, like, with these little wet spots, they're a little bit more stuck on this. So I'm going to have to repeat this process more than once, but no big deal. You kind of just do it until it's all gone. But for most people, with the normal just like dust, you'll be fine. 1 or 2 passes most. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process until this is clean. Okay, so I'm actually on my 6th pass with 6 different swabs, and like I said, this is really the anomaly just because mine was actually from Ocean Spray and I left it on there for quite some times. It was actually stuck in there quite well, but man, completely clean now. 6 passes, but I got it done. And there you have it. My image sensor is once again clean and I'm feeling good about it. Overall, the process wasn't that hard. It's a little bit scary, obviously, because it is your sensor, but it's very straightforward. You don't have to waste your money sending it off, have somebody else clean it when you can do it for you. If this video helped you out at all, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, if you're going to try it, if it worked out for you. Until the next video, see ya.